Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. In this video, it's the Terra Group Labs new player map guide. I'm going to go over all the loot locations, extracts, spawns, keys that you should know about, and just random little points of interest throughout the whole map. Some of the loot changes, some of the loot spawns have changed, and I picked them up during the talk, so there might be a little bit of cutting in the middle for that bit, because some guys pointed some stuff out to me, which is cool. More information for you guys. And at the very start of the video, for some reason, the recording was just frozen, but the talking still happens. I'm just standing still anyway, so there's no big deal. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. Alright, guys, so welcome to the Labs map. This is probably one of the more common spawns that you'll get. You sometimes spawn, I think it's on either this floor or the floor down. I'm going to go from top to bottom, just mostly because the loots are on the top floors and the extracts are mostly down the bottom. And this can be quite a confusing map. Now, if it's past 11.7, there should be a key card to get into here. And so it's going to be a lot harder to get into it as often, so you won't be able to just mass spam it. But you should be able to do offline modes, I hope, at least, so you can learn the map. And I highly suggest offline mode for this map, just to learn the extracts on your way around, because it can get quite confusing at times until you get some of the reference points. And I'll try my best to show you that now. Now, so coming through here, most of these rooms, and even all like little room here, I'll just show you. There's stuff in every room on this map. Like there's a duffel bag in this one, and you can find like jackets and random spawns. I'm gonna try and show you the majority, but not have to show you everything. So med spawns are all in these rooms. Anything that looks like a lab, you're gonna get most of your med spawns. Now there's the injectors in the game now. The stimulants, I've got a couple here. So for example, I'll take this one. It will boost my stamina and endurance, and strength, and makes me run faster. So. These things are in the game now, and these are the locations you'll find them. So like even on top of these like white containers, you're going to find some of these items. Now on even these side tables here, the bandage, you can find like ophthalmoscopes, everything. It's crazy. So if you ever need meds, these are always good spots. But the main reason people go to labs is because of the raiders. It gives great XP and they've got great loot. If you come straight down here, when you see you're on the labs Terra Group side of the map. Also, by the way, the cargo extract's right down that end. I forgot to point that out. But you have to activate most of the extracts in this. So this is the level 2 lab block. You don't have to unlock one of the doors. Coming in here, there's plenty of really good loot in here. You can find like ophthalmoscopes. There's like some of the injectors I was talking about. These tables here on the right hand side, on these shelves. All along these benches, med spawns, Vaseline, another injector. Come around the back, all along here. You're looking also for defibrillators. Currently, they're selling for about 400,000 rubles. So if you can come in here and find a defibrillator, takes up 1 square, chuck it into your container, you're sweet. Same like here, another injector, and these injectors sell for 20 to 30,000, so they can actually give you a fair bit of money. Some more meds. This shelf can have meds, and then also you can get some weapon parts along here, as well as some weapon parts and ammunition on there. Weapon crate there. That's pretty much it for that. These glasses are not bulletproof, so you don't think you can just hide behind it and be safe. And also, this is not bulletproof as well. This is the main area you'll see. Reference the manager's office in the middle. It's always a good reference point. If you see that manager's office, if you're new to the map, that's where this big open area is, and so you can work out if you're on the lab side of it or the other side where there's a balcony and that goes to another area. So. If you want to get the cover, I highly suggest don't come out into the into this middle area once the buttons start being pressed and the raiders start charging around. I'm going to continue along this top floor, and then I'll go down to the bottom floor and show everything. So down here is the server room bit. There's not really a lot of items that spawn there. I actually haven't seen anything, but there's definitely a little sneaky hole right here that drops down to the basement levels. Good for quick extracts, or if you hear someone opening the bottom extract. Now coming down here, there's a key spawn right here, as you can see right here. This is the testing area key. I'll show you where that goes to soon. There's a weapon crate. Got some computers. There's an RFID spawn here that sells for about 100k, and an LEDX spawn that spawns right in front of this printer. That can sell up for about 1 million rubles. Some what do you call it? Some weapon part spawns on these tables as well. I will show you around the back here before I. Now there's another spawn back here to take note of. And then coming around this way, you'll be coming back up here. Now this is the hangar gate. One of the other extracts. To actually extract through this one, you have to press this button right here. Press the button, noise rings out, gate opens up, you run out there, you've extracted. Now, there will be raiders spawning as soon as you press these buttons, so you got to watch out for that. Along all these edges, you can see like how there's weapon parts along here. Like there's a suppressor, a silencer, whatever you want to call them, and ammo. All along these edges have all that kind of stuff. Now, you can go down there and up that into that area, and there's a staircase and elevator going up. You can't take the elevator though, and that leads up to this spot here. Now, this is reference to the freezer. It's usually a pretty good spot to be able to kill raiders from. I think they've changed the spawns of raiders now to be not so consistently just walking through these doors and getting slaughtered by you standing there. But the raiders will spawn right where I'm standing right now, so you got to be careful of that. Over here, you've got, I guess it's the kitchen and then the cafeteria. Just ignore that part. That's because I took the stimulant. The screen just goes to tunnel vision for a bit. Over to the cafeteria. Now, the alarm system security key spawns right on top of this right here. So, I'll show you where that goes to as well when we get up to it. Now, there's that point there. Like, this is a bridge. Now, this bridge here is probably a really dangerous spot. If you've got raiders down here, that will slot you like instantly in the head if you're down there. It's really common for people to spawn in that on the other side of that bridge, and I'll show you what I mean, that can get you into issues. So there'll be people camping this corner here, waiting for you to come through that doorway there. And so if you're coming up this staircase, what I actually do is I actually just check that way real quickly, then come back this way. And I actually focus more on this side than that, because generally if someone's camping, they're going to be over here. Now, they will also camp in that little spot there. But if you're back here, I always just do a quick check before going into this area. This spawn down here is very common, and what actually happens is, say it's a duo or a trio, they'll spawn, they'll just go prone here. One will sit by watching this way, because a lot of people will cross this path here and come up these staircases. And then also, you've got the people coming up here, so another person might watch this angle here. And so often I find people there. So there's the cafeteria on the side. Now, these bathrooms are actually quite cheeky. They've already got spawns that happen on the bed back here and all that. Mostly med spawns. Find ophthalmoscopes, random stuff. It's actually quite interesting how they do it. And it's the same with this one. I think there's a weapon crate in here as well. No, this one doesn't have a weapon crate. I'm pretty sure you can get spawns on the back of that too. Now I can show you every little thing, but like there is duffel bags and a lot of food and drink. So if you do bust your stomach, food and drink is quite common in the cafeteria, funnily enough. This shelf can have a lot of meds on it, as you see an IFAK there. Now, here's probably the most exciting area of the game for when it comes to the loot. You've got your computers here, which never really get looted because it's too risky with all the raiders and people that can spawn out there. An MP7 spawn on this table. And then here is the arsenal security key that goes into here. Now, this one's found on Shoreline. I'll make sure I put a video in for that, so you can see where that spawns. And but yeah, once you get in here, you can start finding MP5s in here, M4s and MP5s on this shelf, vases, and then heaps of weapons attachments, being like your suppressors and stuff, going for lots of money. Now, the really rare ammo also, like 7N39, sells for a lot of money. 7N12 sells for 1,000 rubles a round. So I know there's only 8 rounds there, but that's 8,000 rubles worth. And yeah, so, and then this is the arsenal storage room. Unfortunately, no one knows where the spawn is for this spot yet, but it is worth anywhere between 20 and 50 million rubles it sells for. As you can see, there's vases on the ground. There's a Bitcoin here. Sheriff Eli badges. God bless him. He's an awesome dude. And then just heaps of loot on here. This crate never has anything in it, and the filing cabinet's pretty much useless. But as you can see, like the vase is worth 100k at the moment. Bitcoin's 150. 2 of them's worth 50 each. You know, you're looking at like 250, 350 plus of that, 400,000 rubles plus a couple extra little things down there. Crazy room. Across here, you got the weapon box, but this is also another rare key. It spawns on woods in the back of a car. It actually it's broken at the moment to get it, but you have to do some sort of like weird glitch thing to get to it. But it's in the car at the back of the lumber mill. I'll make sure I put a little short video in for you to see that. This is the security post room. Security post key, get in here. You get 2 RFID spawns in here. There's a Vertex spawn and also an MP5SD spawn, all on these shelves. Weapon box, weapon box, weapon box. If you can't loot these ones here, just crouch, and you should be able to get in range to loot the items. And then same with this one. So top one, just stand. It won't let you loot that sometimes, and all you have to do is crouch, and then say that one there. See how you can't loot it? Just go prone. You can loot it. I've actually seen lions spawn there. And then gold chains spawn on here. As you can see one there. Gold chains. The second gold chain through the ground. You know, if you got 2 gold chains there, there's another like maybe 150k. But these keys can actually really pay for themselves quite quickly if you actually know where the items are and how you can do it, or how you can get the items. Now inside here, very common to a oh god, learn to jump. Vertex spawn on one of the sides of here, or a VPX spawn that sells for quite a bit. As you see, there's food and Tashonka around the outside of this circle. Getting a little bit disorientated. And moving across this way. Now, actually, it's quite interesting how often I can find good loot in here. On these shelves, offline mode seems to have worse loot than normal. But on these shelves here, you can find gold chains, rollers, Bitcoin. Same with these ones. All these shelves, it's not super common, but it's worth checking if you're going past it. If you're after cigarettes as well, they all spawn on these desks as well. So if you're up to those quests. But unfortunately, as good as the flea market is, it's kind of reduced the need to find specific items. Coming over this side, this is the parking gate extract over there. And you have to press the gate right here to open it up. Same as before, it will spawn raiders. They'll either come out of there, they'll come out that doorway there, or they'll spawn out in the middle open area. Can be quite dangerous. Also, this door can't be opened. Don't even like, no key opens that up, no matter what people say. Not that I know of, at least. I've definitely very common. No key opens up. Anyway, down this way, you need the key to open this. This one is yep, this is the alarm security control panel key. As you come in here, you can open this door to get to the filing cabinet. You can get like the TT suppressor or silencer and some of the mods here, as well as the computer there. But if you press, I can't do it right now because I've already pressed that button. But if that button's not pressed, you can actually press the button on the computer here and open up the door, and the raiders won't spawn. If you want to get an extract without having to worry about raiders happening, you can open up that door there, come into here, press the button, run over there, press that button, and you can run straight out with no worries about raiders spawning. Now, inside here, along here, there's not really much to worry about. It's quite hectic hanging out in this middle area once there's once raiders are spawned, so I do highly suggest avoiding those areas. Now, this is where the management office is, and the lab level 2 key, which we used on the other side, spawns right here. You can also get intelligence stocks down the bottom and an MP5, I think it is, or an MP7 on the desk. Now, this is a really good key to get before the lockout. It's still probably going to be good later on if you can get in here without spawning the raiders first. But on top of this desk, you see how there's like a roller here. There's the rooster down there. And yeah, it's just like one of those keys that it's cheap, but gives you a lot of good loot. You can get an M4 on the desk here, and there's a safe down there, which you never really loot because it's just too risky being in the middle there. Now moving down this way, there's still plenty to see on this level. A bit random, these rooms down the back here, but quite good. Now there's some computers and stuff on each of these desks if you're really trying to find those flash drives. You could check the front of them. I don't think I've ever seen a flash drive on labs, but overall, any computer that I've seen pretty much can spawn a flash drive hanging out the front. Now on these shelves, you can find, like see, there's gold chains. Any of those kind of gold chains, rollers, cats, all that kind of stuff. And then you got the safe at the back here. So same with these shelves here. Another gold chain there. Moving over to the other side down, there is a staircase down the back here if you want to come up from the bottom. Just something to take note of. Now moving on to this side, same as like I was talking about before, horses, cats, lions, rollers, all that stuff on these middle shelves. Another safe over here, and then that is pretty much the entire of this floor. Now, moving down to the next level. Hopefully I don't break my legs doing this. Cool. There is a spawn right here. So if you spawn right here, take note of this. Going over to the labs areas, you can go through that way. And then this doorway here, or that passageway there, goes to the parking gate. Nice little back way in. Oop. Now, coming through this door here, most of these you can't just walk through. There's like no opened ones. There is a door that you can open over there though. The management office key spawns right here on the desk. So it's worth checking out if you want to get that. Besides that, you get the same spawns down here. Pool table there. They can, I think, spawns an AK on it. I can't remember. Maybe that's the shoreline one I'm thinking of. Down here is the quarantine zone. I don't actually have the key for it on me at the moment. It's in this room here. But there's about 5 or 6 ophthalmoscope spawns. The door's there. So on these desks on the side, on these shelves, as you can see along there, go through all the beds on the side tables and that. There's currently no known spawn location for those for that key yet, but don't stress about it if you find it. Cool. They're pretty expensive on the flea market. It's not really something I'd go out of your way to get unless you like got excess money and you're trying to farm up all the items in the game and all the keys. But yeah, so definitely some good chances to get some med spawns, ophthalmoscopes, and make some money that way. Same with all these rooms, just like before. There's heaps of med spawns along both sides. Coming down this far end, you have the experimental key door right here. Now with this one, there's nothing that really spawns in here. There's a couple of stuff that spawns on top of this glass here, as in like you got the adrenaline there, one of the injectors on top of this, and that there. But that's pretty much everything that spawns in here. I've checked this room, I reckon probably 30 to 50 times. Nothing in here. So yeah, moving this way. If you go through these doors back here, that goes into the server room, which goes towards that way where the LADX was, and then you've got the staircase here if you want to go down to the basement, which we'll show at the end. Moving across to the open area. In this open area, this is where you'll find a lot of the items that will make you a lot of money. I'm going to move over this side and show you this side first, and then move across to the other. So inside here, you get defibs. There's the grizzly here, but you can get like a defib on the desk here, as well as your injectors and meds. Over here, there's I think a VPX or a Vertex spawn on here. That's worth a couple 100,000 rubles. Alright guys, so now with this tent, there's been a couple of changes with the LEDX spawns. One of them spawns right here on this barrel. Another one spawns on top of one of these two barrels. They think it's the left, might be the right. I haven't seen them myself personally. But it's been in a recent change with 11.5. One spawns on top of these two barrels, and another one spawns on top of these barrels. So there's 4 LEDX spawns that you can get in this whole tent, and they're worth quite a lot of money. So it's definitely worth checking these out if you are coming in here and checking it out without having to go prone. Top of this computer, you can get it's called the military. It's a military radio thing. And then there's the experimental key spawns on top of this desk right there. Moving out here, there's so much to check. There's MP5 along here. You can get defibrillator right here and all the injectors and stuff. Cash, and I think some more meds on there. Check these shells for your gold chains and stuff. I think here. There's pretty good spawns on this. Coming across this way, you want to check on top of it's pretty much like there and there on both sides on both these desks. There can be spawns. You can get the military radio thing right here as well. Across to this desk, you can get spawns on top of this desk. There's one there and one there. And then over here, you can get a spawn on there and right here. All can be like really good stuff, like RFIDs, BPXs, all that kind of stuff. In this center bit, there's nothing really that spawns, but what I want to wholly say, until they fix the raiders to being really good, right now they can shoot through this middle bit. Alright, so if you're standing here, a raiders right here, they'll just shoot at you. So just avoid standing right near this middle bit. Moving across this way, on top of this desk right here, there's nothing inside here that I've seen that spawns, and I've checked it heaps. There is the computers, but look, you're not going to be standing in the middle of the open here looting computers. There are other maps you can do that on. Another spawn here. Now this one's a really good spawn for fuel conditioners. You get 2 fuel conditioners that can spawn here. There's the fire clean, gun oil. There's the knuckle dusters, the Daisy Roo. There's heaps of like really good stuff that spawns on this table here. It's like all the streamer items. You can sell them, make good money. And there's a Vertex spawn. I'm pretty sure it's a Vertex or a VPX. One starts with V on here. Sells for a couple 100,000 rubles if it still sells for that much. And I'm assuming if you're watching this after 11.7, those prices will go up once the lock's on here. Now this is the weapon testing room. This is the key that we found inside the server office. You got the M4 spawn here. You can get the really kitted M4 spawn on that table right there. And then as you can see here, there's a heap of suppressors. Those shrimp ones will sell for 50k a pop. You get some sights. The Bravo 4s will sell for about 30-40k a pop as well. And then obviously the two boxes. Absolutely good money making right there. Now this is back to the hanger extract. There's not really too much to find in here. I have seen a fuel conditioner spawn on the ground there. But that's pretty much it for this room. There is some extra little stuff like inside this red shipping container. The stuff that spawns on here. But honestly, this is a pretty risky area to be hanging out doing looting. I'll go through this way. It's not really going to affect us too much. Coming through here, you've got the auditorium theater room. In the back here, you've got a loot spawn on here, and also an M4 spawn up here. This one's like a VPX or a Vertex or something like that. This one down here is a RFID spawns right there, and an MPX spawns on top of here. Coming out here, you've got the computer spawns here, but you get Tetrises all the time along here. And on top of these barrels here, that one and this one, you want to look for the Vertex and VPX spawn on them. From here, there's so much to teach on this map, so I'm just going to try and skim most of the rest of the loot spawns. But in these bathrooms, there's also loot in there. There's nothing really inside that gym. I think there's like a duffel bag and something else. Coming across this way, then you got the safe here, and then obviously the filing cabinets there. There's a little kind of cool room to hang out. If you need a heal, because the raiders don't really push into it too quickly, but when they do, they're like, and then you can usually pick them up pretty quick. Also for down here, a raider will spawn here when you press the button up at the parking gate. It happens really often that the raider spawns there, so just be careful of that one. I'll go around the back here and show you this back passage. This is quite a common passage for people to go through. It was a weapon crate I just ran past, no biggie. But to get to the parking gate, a lot of people, there's a spawn right there where you start, and people will come up here, they'll open this door, they'll press the button up there, and then they'll run back here and then camp here for the raiders to spawn in there, over there, and coming down here. So just be wary of that. For the rest of the middle area, there's not too much loot to worry about inside this middle bit. It's all pretty straightforward. I think I've pretty much covered everything on this level for now. So we'll move on to the basement level. Now with the basement level, there's mostly just extracts, and toolboxes and stuff. I think there's a toolbox in the back around here. Actually, no, it's up top a little bit. Toolbox right there. There's mostly tools, and you can find some random other stuff. But this button is like knowing. Okay, so Arsenal, know that the Arsenal security room is there. You can come straight down here, press this button right here, and then extract over here. Now, I'm going to put a link to my original lab map guide, and that shows you where the extractions and the key spawns are with what's in each of the rooms, just so you can get a better understanding if you want to look at that. But this is more of just teaching you the layout of the map, how to get around the map and all that stuff. So you press the elevator button and you can extract through that way. Now that is probably one of the most commonly used ones for me, and I'm fairly confident a lot of other people use it a lot as well. So if they're not going through the hangar or the parking gate, I think this is probably this would have to be the top 3 for how often I see people extracting. And all you have to do is press the button and you're out. So moving this way, there's a few different extracts down here. Some of them take a little bit to get to, but we'll get there. But there is a sewer, spawn, and extract. You open up these gates. If you ever find this tunnel, you can actually just extract if you're like in a bit of trouble. I've never seen raiders down here. I got told once that raiders spawn down here, but I don't believe it's a big deal at the moment. So if you're in trouble and you just need to extract, walk down here. Come around the left hand side and then you just press the button up the top here, and the water will lower and you can extract down here. So once that water goes down to the bottom, you just stand over there and you can extract. So moving down this way. You come down this way. Now, if you're struggling to find ways out of the map when you're down in the sewer or down in the basement, just literally hug the left-hand wall. All right, that's pretty much the safest and easiest way to get to one of the extracts. You can hug the left or the right, really. Now, remember how I was talking about in the server room, there was that hole in the floor? That hole is right there. And then if you drop down that hole right there, press this button, run down here, and you have yourself an extract right here. So it's a pretty quick and easy one, that one. Takes a couple of seconds to get down there. Once it's down there, you can just press the elevator button just like before. Inside here, now when you press this button, it guaranteed raiders spawn. So you press this button, raiders will spawn. So just be careful about pressing that one if you're already injured. And I'll show you where from there. And by the way, the raiders will spawn either back down there and they'll come through this door, or they'll come from down that way, past those double doors there, or past those double doors there. And they'll come down here and then fuck up your day if you're not ready for them. From there, well, I'll show you how to get to this extract first. Now, this is another extract here. You just got to stand here and you can go through the ventilation shaft. The only thing is you can't go out of there with a backpack bigger than a MBSS. So just be careful of that if you want to use that one. I've never actually extracted from that, ever. So, but yeah, as we were talking about before, we press that button over there in that room where I said the raiders would spawn. Coming up here, you need to go up to the 2 floors, like I said, and the cargo extract, as I spoke about before. So guys, I'm pretty sure I've covered everything in this map. Let me just quickly check. Yep, that's all the extracts. The spawns are pretty much anywhere along the edges. There's no real spawns in the middle of the map, but just be careful about how often you run out into this central area. If the raiders are spawn, guys, I just highly suggest stay away from the middle of the map unless you're fully geared with a group and you're just covering every angle, because standing in this middle bit is just a suicide mission. Also, these tents, raiders don't seem to care. They'll just shoot you through them. They don't really care. Pretty much. Another thing is I've realized. Say you're standing here, a raider's down the bottom. If they can only see your head, they'll shoot you in the head. It's so random. How they like aim lock you instantly. Like so many times I've gone out here, bam, instant headshot. And don't try and do the suicide jump over the edge. I tried it today. Bam, straight, instant double tap in the head. I don't know what they do. Sometimes they just lock on. I think it's when you're above them. They're just like, alright, well, we better shoot him in the head because he's a threat. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's it for this guide. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for future content. I stream on Twitch 6 to 7 days a week. I'm currently away on my honeymoon, so if you got any questions, feel free to chuck them down in the comments. I will be back on the Saturday, the 7th of April. So be sure to pop into my stream if you have any questions about Tarkov, or hit me up in the comments. I'll fill them out there. And lastly, I'll see you next time. Nail in my hand from my creator. You gave me a life, now show me how to live.